Hello, YouTube world! Happy New Year! It's been about a week now. We're at January 9th, and it's a great year. Starting off a great year here. You know, we're taking care of the year-end totals, and I was just trying to come up with what else are we gonna go after doing about 16 videos for G Suite. I know it was a very long set of tutorials there. I was trying to do the desktops, and then I was trying to do the mobile apps, and after I got past the Gmail mobile app version, something happened. So YouTube came out saying that they flagged my video for duplicate content. Of course, it's same software. It's Gmail. One's on the desktop, one's on the mobile. However, it's not the same user interface. So I'm not sure why YouTube flagged me for duplicate content. So you can only get 3 strikes within 3 months, and if you get more than 3 strikes within 3 months, you're out of there. So, not trying to upset the Google algorithm there. I just decided to let's go ahead and just continue. We did the G Suite desktop versions, and pretty much the same thing applies for the mobile version. Mobile versions will be a little bit different. Like I said, the user interface is specifically designed for the mobile versions, but let's get past G Suites. Let's go ahead and move on to MileIQ. Now, this is one of my favorite apps. Why is it my favorite app? Because I hate taking out a pen and paper to jot down my miles. So one place that I go here is it takes about 50 miles to get where I need to go, and 50 miles to come back. And sometimes in between, I take other routes, do this, do that, what have you, and it becomes a hassle. It becomes a big time hassle. Now, MileIQ was created in 2013, bought by Microsoft in 2015, and what this app does, it takes all that grunt work out of the equation. It automates that for you. Albeit you do have to let MileIQ track your every move, right? So you have to let once you set it up for the mobile app version, you have to say, okay, I do allow MileIQ to track me. And the reason why you have to let it track you is because it has to track your miles. And so let's go ahead and just go a brief overview of the front page here. Stress-free logging. Like I said, it automatically logs your miles. And why would you want to log your miles? It's a great question. So if these are business miles, the IRS does give you a deduction, tax deduction for the amount of miles you drive. Now each year the mile rate differs, and I want to say last year 2017, the rate was 50 cents, around 54 cents, 53.5 cents that you can deduct for each mile that you drive for business purposes. That can be, moving in between offices, gonna go visit a client, go and visit a vendor, etc. So this is a great tool here, and this is one that I've been using for about a year now. Actually, it's been 8 years. I'm not sure if it was today when I started on the 9th last year. It was this month of last year when I started using MileIQ. And just going a brief overview here. Automatic tracking. Of course, you have to enable that. If you don't enable the automatic tracking, it's not gonna be able to track your miles. And you classify your drives with ease. So if anyone's familiar with Tinder, how you can swipe right if you like the person, or swipe left if you don't like. I've never used it before, but I know the functionality of it. Right, left, and it's the same thing. So if it's a business, you want to swipe right. A business trip business miles, swipe right. Personal miles, swipe left. If you hold down left, hold down the right. We'll go through that right now. And of course, get accurate reports. You can do monthly reports, weekly reports, and of course, year-to-end reports. And we'll go through all that as well. We'll even use the miles that I have here. So they do have a dashboard for the desktop, and of course, you can't be carrying around. I have a 27-inch iMac here. I'm not going to be carrying around 27-inch iMac to track my miles. Of course, you're going to use your phone, right? And so let's see how it works real quick. We're going to try to, limit this. I don't want to go over, 30 minutes. And hopefully we'll get it down to 15, 20 minutes. But, apps are specific. They should be specifically designed to do one thing very well. There are countless other apps that do, everything. They have this, that, they do this. But the ones that have that one functionality and they do it very well, those are the ones that get bought out by big companies like Microsoft. And this is one of those apps that got bought out. So let's take a look here. This is going to be the user interface that we see in the app. All right, and of course it works in the background, so you don't always have to be inside it, inside the app. You can be, well, you shouldn't be, you shouldn't be using your phone while you're driving, but you don't have to always be inside the app. It automatically tracks it for you. Of course, if you shut it down, if you turn it off, and I'll show you that right now, it's gonna prompt you. Okay, do you really want to shut this down because it's not gonna track? It's not gonna track your miles. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Tailor to fit your needs. Add your vehicles, your purposes, your locations. You can add your business hours. All right, and then detailed reports at your fingertips. You can have it sent out to your email. We'll go through that a little bit later. And like I was saying, the swipe classifies for every drive. Swipe right for business, swipe left for personal. All right, manage where you want it, or mileage where you want it. Excuse me. And here goes the plan. So like I said, the most important thing, the cost. The cost. How much is it going to cost me? So if you see here, they have the premium, which is unlimited drives. You can do unlimited. You can mark unlimited drives each month. And it starts off at $6 per month. I like rounding up, okay? The $5.99 psychology thing. $6 per month. Of course, if you do the annual, it is $5 per month. Of course, you have to pay that all up front, which is billed at $60 per year. As you can see here, 20% savings. Of course, there is the basic, so if you don't drive that much for business purposes, this may be the better solution for you because it is free. And it's 40 free drives every month. So as long as you're below the 40 free drives, this app can be free for you for the life of the time you use it. Of course, you got teams, so perfect for companies with employees who drive for work. This can be, tow truck drivers. If you have somebody, if you're a body shop and you have someone, go and pick out parts, and any employees that drive for work, perfect. And of course, since it is a Microsoft product now, they're gonna have to do this shameless plug-in here, Office 365. It works well with Office 365. Haven't used it with Office 365. As you see here, the MileIQ Premium is included at no additional cost if you get the Office 365's Business Premium subscription, which we will be going over. So Office 365, we did the G Suite, and a little later on, we're going to do Office 365, the Business subscription. And like I said, I'm not going to go through any product that doesn't have at least a free trial tier. As you see here, the MileIQ does. So let's get into it. And I do have, let's start with the desktop first. Have it open here. And in case you were wondering about the IRS, here are the standard mileage rates. So 53.5 cents for last year. So if you're gonna do if you work, you're gonna have to do your taxes. Of course, unless you go, you're underneath the threshold there of how much, and I forget the actual amount. Last time I remember, it was like at 15,000 or something like that. If it was below that amount, you didn't have to report your taxes. I don't know why you wouldn't. You still pay your taxes. If you have something coming back, might as well fill up those taxes at 1040 EZ. Now, as you can see here, these are, like I said, 2017. So for this year's, when you're filing your income taxes, you will be going off these mileage rates unless you have a awesome app like this, which already took care of it for me. And charity, if they're charity miles, so let's say you go work at the soup kitchen, to help the needy, 14 cents. It is 14 cents, and of course, if it's medical or moving, it's 17 cents for this year. And of course, if you want to do amended taxes for the 2016, 2015, I want to say amended taxes, you can do up to 3 years, the last 3 years. And then here you are. Here the rates are for those. And yeah, so that's the IRS. Kind of a little boring stuff there. Not boring, it is needed. We have to do this. So this is the dashboard. I logged in here. Of course, if you don't have it, you can do a trial MileIQ for free. And you can create your account there. You can get the app at the App Store or the Google Play Store, whichever one you're on, either Google or Apple. And I'll just leave the prices here. Got the premium, the basic. Anyway, let's go here. So as you can see, my drive times, and I can go through all of them. I'm not going to go through all of them. So I'll just go through these that I have here. And as you can see, I've already marked down this one as personal. And if you select it in the dashboard on the right side here, boom, it shows the amount of miles I drove, 11.9, the day I drove, right? The green, where I started, Kima, Texas. And of course, you can change that if you want. And then where I ended up, Texas City, TC, the mainland. All right. And then, of course, if you want to change from personal to business, there's a drop-down menu. Let's say you accidentally put personal. Oh, no, it was a business trip. Sundays I'm off, so it wasn't a business trip for me. And between offices, this is what I was telling you about. So we have personal. You can select the purpose. Underneath personal, you have commute, medical, charity, moving. You can also add a purpose. And on the right column there, you have business, which is between offices, customer visit, meeting, errand supplies, meal, entertain, temporary site, airport travel, and you can also add a purpose. And you can edit these at any time. I'll take to the settings tab. Let's go back to the drives where we're at. And then, of course, you can add your notes. What was I doing? I was at Kima. I think I went to go, I think it was at Walmart that I was at. Yeah. I went to Walmart. You just add that note there. It's always good to have these notes, and as you can see here, if you look at the chart, it'll actually show the dark blue that's my business miles, and the light blue personal, and the ones with the stripes here, that's unclassified. So I actually have 50 unclassified drives from the month of December 1st, 2017 to today, January 9th, 2018. So I need to go ahead and fix those up. And if you do get audited, it's always better to, if you look here at my 27 business, no purpose, they have no purpose. So I didn't specifically say what the business miles was for, but they are business miles. It's always better to have it more, detailed. So in case you do get audited, of course you have this tracking mileage here. And, usually like I said, my mileage is just going, 50 miles out, coming 50 miles back in. And, it's, going to 2 offices. And so I should go back and do that no purpose, or change to the purpose there. And of course, these notes help as well. Like I said, if you do if you get audited and whatnot, the more details you have, the better. Okay, they're not second guessing when they're auditing you. Hopefully, you never get audited. And you hit done. So I'm done with this drive time. And of course, let's go ahead and go up here again. We can select which months we want to view. So I'm going to do December 1st all the way to December 31st. So let's just stick to last month's 2017. I went to, of course, this is the day here. The day. I went to Webster to Texas City again. And I haven't classified this one. It was on a Sunday. So yeah, this was more than likely it was personal. And I'll just probably say it was commute. Actually, no, I was in Barnes & Noble here, actually. Let's put that, Barnes & Noble. And then I'll go ahead and hit done. Of course, you can do a report. And then, of course, okay, so I hit done. On the right side here, there's nothing because I haven't selected a drive. And, of course, you forgot your phone? Go ahead and add a drive. So, in order for this to work you have to have your phone when you're driving, and you have to have it set. Okay, I want you to track me. If you don't have it set to track you, or if you closed it out, or if you just left your phone by accident, you can add a drive. And I'll do so right now. Let's say I did a business drive here. You select your purpose. I was at a meeting, and let's say I started at the homeland here, or the mainland, I should say. Homeland. Texas City, and I went to Houston, Texas. And then, of course, it's 38.6 miles. Since it is a business trip, you will see 21.06 is the value of this drive. And what that is, of course, 38.6 times whatever rate they have here. And the IRS, like I said, specifically says 53.5 cents. But as you'll see a little later on when I go into the app, the actual rate that MileIQ has. I'm not sure if this rate is for this year's, which is 2018, but it's 1 cent off. So I'll show you that right now. and add drive. Add the drive here, and of course let's say went to a long meeting. Alright. Of course, you can add if you had parking, if there's a parking, Houston downtown. If you can find something for free to park, you need to let me know. So let's just say $15. And toll, I didn't go to Betway 8, so that's good. There was no toll for me there, 0. And of course, no vehicle was selected. We can add vehicles. I'll do that a little later. And that's how you add a drive. So let me go ahead and take that off because that is not a actual drive here. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Went to a long meeting. Yep, this one. And then, of course, you could duplicate the drive or you could delete it. Let's go ahead and delete it because that was a fictitious drive. Please don't do that. Please do not add drives that you didn't take. Okay? That defeats the whole purpose of this. So, as you can see here, let's go back here. I know I'm jumping around here. It's just because there's so much stuff here. I really enjoy this app. And it's actually my first time on the desktop version, to be honest. I haven't even logged in here. First time. So 2,077 miles for the month of December. I've logged $529 of those miles, and I have the potential, depending on what the additional miles I haven't added yet, which is 33 unclassified. If they are all business miles, then I have the potential to have $908 for those mileage there. Of course, like I said, it's deductions. So, of course, you can drop down frequent drives, work hours classified by me, without vehicles, and without notes. I don't have any notes for all my drives, so that's going to be the same, unfortunately. And so let's go ahead and go into the settings. You have your email, if you want to change your email address, change the existing password, etc. You have your email notifications. You can get weekly emails, which detailed summary of last week drives. If you're someone like me, where you always have to keep up, being updated. I really enjoy the weekly emails. It lets me know how much drive time I am doing for a specific business. So monthly emails, get a last month glance. Like I said, it's a purchase report. And of course, other emails, product updates, and promotional emails. It's the first time seeing this, so I am taking this off. Because I do not want promotional emails. And of course, you have your refer a friend. So, you can earn up to $2,500 by inviting your friends to MileIQ. And you can give your friends 20% off of an annual subscription and get $25 when they upgrade. So, if you have a huge following, what have you, I myself am going to provide this in the links. Of course, if you want to get the 20% off an annual subscription, go ahead and get this link. As you can see, I haven't been really pushing this, and this is not, these affiliate links, it's not really meant. Well, I know people that they make a living off affiliate links. I'm not in that business. I'm not in that business of trying to make a living off affiliate links. But if you want the 20% off of that annual subscription, it is there. Okay, so I will leave it there in the description. So here we go. Got your subscription plan. Like I said, you do have a complimentary, the free plan for 40 free drives. If you need more than 40, you can upgrade to monthly. Of course, you can save on the annual subscription for unlimited drives. And then, of course, your vehicles. Let's go ahead and add a vehicle here. Actually, I need to add mine. Ford. It's a Ranger. It's a 2000. Of course, you have to have a Ranger in Texas. Texas Ranger nickname. I don't nickname my vehicles. That's actually a first time there. And someone is calling me. One moment. Alright. And let's go ahead and enter your initial readings. I'm about to check on that. Let's just go ahead and put something right now. And then registration, I don't know, let's say this month. And these are just notes, actually. It doesn't have to be specifically for registration. All right. And then add the vehicle. Boom, primary vehicle. Of course, you add another vehicle. Come on, LinkedIn. Add another vehicle. It will add it for you, and then you can choose between the vehicles which one you want to be set as the primary. And here we go. So the rates and the units. Distant units, use metric units, kilometers for distance. $2 kilometers. Well, you know, I guess if you're in Europe or whoever uses kilometers here, we're in Texas City, you know, part of Texas, which, you know, became part of the United States a while back. So we use miles here. And so we're just going to stick to miles. Of course, here, like I said, these are the 2018 rates. So, yeah, for a moment when I was reviewing this here, I thought they were off by a cent, which is not good. But no, these are actually the 2018 rates. They don't have the 2018 rates yet. The IRS, which is kind of sad. It is the IRS, but oh well. Either way, you're not gonna do your taxes for 2018 until next year, 2019. So, but yeah, so the MileIQ is up to date with the rates. Of course, you can edit the business rates and distance units. What if I'm partially reimbursed for mileage? And then mileage deductions 101. If you want to learn a little bit more, if you have someone else doing your taxes, that's fine. But it's always good to have, a little bit more knowledge. So, excuse me. And of course, it goes over that, and it actually has the rates for up to 2010 or past 2010. Let's see, 50 cents, 50 cents. Yep, the same. All right, then of course you can change your rates per mile to kilometers if you like. Like I said, Texas City here. And auto classifications and enable frequent drives. I have that set, and I had work hours set. I don't know why it's back off. And you go ahead and set your hours there, and then of course you set your work schedule, and you will only see drives taken during those hours. I think that's probably why I turned it back off, because you only see drives taken during those hours. And of course, custom purposes, you can add your additional purposes if you like, and that's all the settings. Go ahead and do reports. This is where you can print your reports. Let's go ahead and do the reports here. You'll see the range. Criteria is all drives, all vehicles, and an average $88 per week. That's very inaccurate. I haven't done all the drives for the month of December. I need to go back on it. And let's see here. Actually, it kind of does look accurate. So $220 per week. I'll probably have some drives in November that I've missed as well. I need to go back to those. And of course, you can create this report. You will give it a report name, October 2017 drives. And then you can send it to your email. You could, I don't even know what Concord is, to be honest. And of course, FreshBooks. It's your bookkeeping software for FreshBooks. It's kind of like QuickBooks with FreshBooks. And I'm kind of curious about Concord, to be honest. Expense management software. Very interesting. I may have to take a look at this. So it's expense management software. Huh, cool. So yeah, you can actually send it to those there. As you see, the FreshBook tells you to put in your subdomain for the FreshBook account. And I don't have that, so you can send it to your email, demo. And submitted by, and then client or customer, and project. Excuse my creativity. And then the business rate. This is October. October was 53, or 2017 was 53 cents and a half. And you can create the report. And the report's being generated. And you can see when it was generated, January 9th, 2018. and I get an email here. So let's go ahead and go 109,000. Huh. That must be a bug. So as you can see here, it shows 109,000 in the report, but the total value here is 1,099. Actually, take a screenshot of that and report that. That's it's a little bug there. That bugs me. If you're not aware, so the where that came from, the bug. So when they were coming out with computers and what have you, programming. Actually, the first programmer was a woman. In case you didn't know, so there was something going on. It wasn't printing out the correct. The arithmetic wasn't coming out correctly, or whatever they were doing there, whatever they're programming, it wasn't producing accurately, and so they took apart the actual hardware, and they found a little bug in the hardware. And once they removed that bug, an actual insect, once they removed the bug, it started working perfectly, flawlessly, and that's where it came from. So whenever you have issues with software, if you seem like something messed up there, that's what they're called, bugs. So FYI, here is the mobile version. Now let's go to the mobile version, the fun part. So here we go. I have this here. I'm passing it in a Takima. That was on a Sunday. That was personal for me. So I can go ahead and check this out. You see, take it to the left, personal. But if I keep on dragging, it shows to add a purpose. So let's go ahead and just do personal. And if you see the bottom right, let me show you here, the bottom right corner here, you have a reverse that can undo the classification you just did. See that? And so let's do that again, and let's hold it down, go all the way to the left to add a purpose. And so if you want to compare to the desktop here, adding a purpose, so add a drive, personal, this is the purpose here. So commute, medical, charity, moving. As you can see here, commute, medical, charity, moving. And I'll just do it was actually moving because I was getting a sofa there. But I wasn't moving out. I just got a sofa. So I'll just put commute. And it puts it in commute. Alright, and then this one, Sunday as well. That was personal. Sunday, personal. And of course, Saturday. Unfortunately, I work Saturdays. So, I say unfortunately, but there's your drive. So on the top left there, you have your hamburger menu, the 3 lines there. Click that, and it brings you the menu. You have your monthly summaries, account settings, and that's going to be the same thing as over here, your settings. And then you have your monthly summaries. Come on, Audacity. In case you're not aware of Audacity, that is a school there. They give out nanodegrees, and you can't potentially get hired from their partners. Anyway, so we're in the month of January there. You can see I have a potential of 312 miles that I have yet to put. I've only done 26% complete miles. I have 20 drives, which equate to 630 miles. And of course, you can send January reports. Let's go to the year-to-date summary. See, I just click on that. I click on the actual row there. So 2017. So if you want to see that one more time, I'm going to select this right here. You really can't see my finger, but I'm going to select this row. And it drops it down. So I have, for the year 2017, a tax deduction of $8,619. I drive a lot. Like I said, 50 miles one way, 50 miles back. It's a lot of driving. So 8,600, and they don't reimburse me for these miles. So 8,619, and of course, I have the potential of 9,051. If you look at December here, you have this light green. These are the miles that have not been marked. And I didn't notice I still have an August mile to mark there. Not sure why November was such a low. I switched phones. I switched phones in November, so I got a brand new phone here, and I didn't I didn't get the application until almost the end of November, and that's what happened there. July, I was out of the office for a while. Anyway, so December here, you can see trends here. So anyway, December, I still have to mark down December there. Of course, I can send. I'm not gonna send these reports because it's not ready. And as you can see, I'm scrolling further down here. November, you can see it's 100% complete. If it's 100%, it's gonna have this star. If I keep on going, you're gonna see August doesn't have the star because it's missing a couple miles there. I think it's 94% complete. So let's just go ahead and do November since it was complete, and I can send a November 2017 report. And of course, I can send it to demo at my business, and I sent. Monthly report has been sent. I think it was a little bit easier to send it in the app as opposed to right here. Of course, I had to set which dates I wanted to send it to and what have you. If you actually want to go into the actual drives itself for that month, you can go to drives, and then it'll show you here. It actually shows me right here, $53 more to classify in August. Go to August 2017 drives, and it'll take me there. Thursday. It's very hard. I'll probably at the end of it all, I'm probably going to end up putting these in personal because I don't recall what was going on in August. It's actually a relative's birthday there, but to be honest, I have no idea what I was doing. So I'll probably end up putting those personal. Like I said, they come audit me, they're going to realize all these, the ones that are classified as business are for business, and the ones that I can't remember, I'm going to do personal because I don't want to mess with the IRS. They have their own courts. You don't want to deal with that. And so anyway, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We got all your months here, year to date for 2018. Have, potential of 312. We're not done with January. This is just getting started here. So as you can see, just imagine me trying to, or yourself trying to, mark these little small mileage here, 3.3 miles, 4.9 miles, 2.8 miles. There is no way. I haven't marked these, as I said here, I haven't marked these in August. There is no way I'd be able to, today, January 9, 2018, to think back August. Oh, August. Remember the 3.3 miles that I drove out there? I'm going to write down my little booklet. No. That's when you end up starting cooking books and what have you, and you don't want to deal with that. So to avoid all that, get this app. It tracks it all down. It's much easier to keep up with. So I said, if you wait a little longer, as I did with August, you're gonna forget what it was for. So just be on the safe side. Just put it on personal, okay? You don't want to deal with that. And if they do come to you, okay, all these are for business. All the other ones are for personal. So of course we're in sign in. So what I did here, I went to account settings, the hamburger menu, top left, account settings. Then you have your vehicles. I had a vehicle. There it is, primary vehicle. That's the one. And you can delete the vehicle. Delete it. And then custom purposes. You can add purposes there. Alright, this is fun. Mileage rates, like I said, we're in Texas City. And yeah, it's already set there. And you can set it to kilometers if you'd like. Doing miles here. And then work hours. You can enable it. And you'll set what your hours are. You can add your shifts if you work night shifts. If you work nights or split shifts, customize your schedule with multiple shifts. Of course, like I said, all drives outside of your work hours are set as personal. So if you're someone like me, that has, your how do you say it? Your income, and then you're also working for your fortune. You have those set hours to go work for your income to make a living. But then, of course, after hours, when you're busy making your fortune, you want to make sure you're getting those miles as well. And if they're outside your specified hours, MileIQ is not going to set them as work hours. They're going to set it as personal. So that's why I have this disabled there. All right. And of course, your frequent drives, you have that. Your notifications, you can set it as well, like we did on the desktop there. And you can rate MileIQ. I'm not going to rate it right now, We're in version 1.21.0. Like I said, this is a Microsoft product now, so you better believe it is top of the line. Of course, you can refer a friend as well. And as I said, I am going to put my personal link there if you want to get the 20% discount. And if you want to go ahead, this is at no additional cost to you. You save 20% off. You go through the link, I'll get $25. And like I said, I'm not trying to make a living off this affiliates. But if you think this video was awesome, you like the product, and you want to give me a little personal tip, at least you want Microsoft to give me a personal tip, go ahead and use my link. If not, that's fine. Drive detection is active. Of course, you turn this off, you're not going to be able to capture those miles there. Of course, they have the help center. And I don't think I showed you that here. So let's go back to drive. This is the main dashboard. And where is the help? There it is. The very top right corner, you have your user icon, settings, and then help. And help comes down. I'm actually already in the help section. Okay, how can we help you? And then how to classify drives. And it goes through all that. As you can see here, this is actually powered by Zendesk, which is another productivity application. It's actually a little bit more of that. It's more for, like self-serve help articles like this and call center applications. We'll actually go through that because I like that product there. And I want to test it out. So, of course, you can contact us. Unfortunately, they don't have a phone number to call them directly. But you can contact MileIQ, which is Microsoft. And, of course, getting started, going to this help section, you can learn the basics within a few minutes, less than a minute, it said. And less than a minute, yep. What's new in MileIQ, Help Center, privacy and cookies, copyright, for iPhone and Android. And we're good to go. I mean, that's it. That's the whole shebang. And this was, let's see, it's 52.5. Boom. Done. Dickinson. What was I doing in Dickinson? Well, it was a Saturday though. It must have been a business. So business. You can see how fun this can get. And actually, once there's a specific location, a specific route you take, it's gonna prompt you. This seems like a frequent drive. Do you want to automatically put it as a business or put it as a personal? You can see either say yes or no, and it's much easier if you just go ahead and let MileIQ do that for you. If you have the same route, the same consistent route, the same locations you go to, maybe you have a specific office you go to, you have going back and forth, it makes it even more autonomous. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I mean, you have the top right corner there. You can send reports to blah blah blah, the type of months there or the year date, and of course in the middle there you can change your months. If you don't see that again, I'll point it here. In the middle, I'm pointing at this here. I selected and all month views, and I hit this report, and it takes me to that. I'm trying to click it with the mouse. Of course, it actually shows you here: personal swipe left, business swipe right. What an awesome app! And of course, your auto classifieds. That was over here on top, bottom left. Auto classifieds. So that's it. 2018 got big things ahead of us here, and if you haven't started a business, go ahead and try to start one out today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Start one today, and it's okay if you don't have a business. I actually read a statistic the other day: 8 out of 10 millionaires work for someone else. But if you're that 20% and you want to give it a shot, go ahead and try to create your fortune. Wages make you a living, profits make you a fortune. And that's going to be it for us today. Hope you like this review of MileIQ. Thank you for stopping by.